What's going on YouTube? Quentin here from DoubleEdge Games, and we're doing another episode of Is It Worth Your Time, is where I review a free-to-play game that is found on the PC platform, and I pretty much answer the question of, is it worth the download? Is it worth your time? And today what we're going to be looking at today is, this honestly should be a no-brainer for anybody who knows about this game, but we're going to be talking about League of Legends today. And I know this may sound weird because a lot of people look at League of Legends and they think, oh, this is just some weird Dungeons and Dragons type stuff and some World of Warcraft lose your life over it type stuff. That's what people usually think. But actually, League of Legends has actually taken over. It's actually been the biggest esport of this year, which is surprising. It's probably been the biggest esport for a long time. So, what is League of Legends? League of Legends is a top-down MOBA to where the entire point of the game is getting to the opponent's nexus, which is their base, destroying that nexus, and boom, you win the game. So that is the overall goal of this game. It's not just kill heavy, you just, get like 500 kills in the game and boom, the game is over. The game can go as long as you want, unless either your team surrenders or the enemy team surrenders, or you lose your nexus or they lose your nexus. So I've been in games that have lasted damn near 2 hours just because they just did not want to give up. So you have top, middle, and bottom lane. Top lane, you're gonna find a lot of the tank bruiser champions like the Garens. You can find the Dariuses, Olafs up there, and you can even run into Kled or Camille, which I hate them two fucking hoes. Or you can end up going in middle lane, where you'll actually find a lot of the mage champions that use a lot of ability power, so you won't be building damage items like a Bloodthirster or Ravenous Hydra. You're going to be building stuff like a Rabadon's Cap or a Abyssal Scepter or Void Staff, which give you increased ability power. So you're going to be running in the Vigars and Luxes and stuff like that. And of course you'll end up running into a Yasuo, which is the most annoying champ next to Teemo! And then also there is the bottom lane, which is going to be handled with two different champions. You're going to have a support champion and a ADC, which is actually called attack damage carry, which means you're going to be playing a ranged champion such as Lucian, Ashe, Jhin, or Jinx, and you're actually going to be building straight damage items and attack speed and whatever else can give you enough crit or lifesteal to where you can pretty much carry the rest of the game. So the point of that role is to just get as many kills as you need with your support and just help carry the game, because you're going to be a ranged champion. So whenever there's team fights and everybody's jumping and fighting, you can just instantly start poking people down from a safe distance. And then the support champions, their roles, if you're Blitzcrank, you're mainly supposed to be setting up kills and also being a little bit of a peel for your ADC. So if that means getting your hands dirty and, taking some hits for them, that's okay, because you can actually do that. Or you can be a Sona or a Soraka or Nami, where you can just help your ADC heal them up. Still also set up some kills, with some snares or anything like that, some silences, so the enemies can't use their abilities. So that lane is very, very heavy on teamwork. But when you're first starting out, you're going to notice that there's maybe two people in top lane, so there might be like a duo top going on. Usually when you first start playing, like way low, like when you're level 5 and stuff, you're not going to be running into a lot of people that are going to want to jungle. And what the jungle's actual role is to go through the jungle. There are two buffs on each side of the jungle. There's a red buff and a blue buff. The red buff gives you a damage boost, so that's good. And the blue buff gives you like crazy mana regen, so you would actually be able to like spam your abilities and you wouldn't have to worry about, oh crap, I'm running out of mana, I gotta take my ass back. No, you can actually stay in there, spam your abilities, and also gank lanes. This is important. Gank lanes! If you're not ganking lanes and you're a jungle, just don't fucking jungle. It's that easy. Because you're gonna have the enemy team whose jungle is actually going to want to help their team. This game is based on teamwork. If you're not helping your team and you're not following up, and then also it doesn't just fall on the jungle, it falls on the lanes too. There have been plenty of times where I ping to bot lane and I'm like, yo, I'ma help you, I'm on my way. You can ping, and then they don't do anything. I'm like, okay, let's fight. They stand back and they're being pussies. It literally just depends on what team you have. I actually recommend playing this game with friends. Whenever I play with my homies, we can doodle on everybody. In case you ain't noticed, your boy's a talent main. So the majority of my time is I actually farm up a little bit mid lane, wait till I get about maybe level 5 or level 6, and then I actually go to other lanes, help my team out, help them get a kill, or I end up getting the kill, and then I go back to my lane and just keep repeating the cycle because I'm an assassin. That's what Talon does. But you have people who don't want teamwork. There have been plenty of times where my friend even literally went down bot lane, they didn't help him, and he's just like, why didn't y'all help me? And they're like, we don't need your help. And then we ended up losing the game because they ended up feeding the entire time. So, teamwork is key. Just remember that. Teamwork is key. And I know what you may be thinking, like, oh shit, DoubleEdge. What champion am I going to play? Or how am I going to know which champion is good? Because this game may have a lot of champions and I don't know. Well, the thing is, I would definitely say is you can definitely, I would say watch videos first off, or trial and error, because when you first start playing, you're going to be playing bot games. They're going to get you used to how the game is played before you actually play and jump in with random people, because I guarantee you, if you were to jump in at level 1 against random people, you're going to get shitted on. And then once you get a higher level, you can actually play ranked play, where people are ranked from bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and I think diamond. All those ranks depend on how good you play. If you're winning a lot of games, you're doing good, got decent farm, getting decent kills, helping your team, actually being cooperative, then you will end up increasing in your rank. But if you're not doing those things, you're probably going to be stuck in like bronze 5 for the rest of your life. So back onto the champions. If you really want to know what champion you would like to play, when you're actually trying out these different roles when you're playing the bot games, they have a free champion rotation where they'll have a lot of free different different champions that you can play. They usually change it like every week or so, like week and a half, so you'll actually have enough time to try out different champions and be like, okay, I'm better with this champion. Honestly, I suck ass as a Zir. I can't play him, but for some reason I'm very, very good as Talon, and I've seen people that can't play him. Or you can be really good as Darius and you could really suck as Garen, or you could be really good with Jinx and suck with Jhin. It just depends. It's trial and error. You can always try different champions and see which one you're better at. But once you find that champion you're actually really good with, you can purchase them from the store if you do not own them. Depending on how much they cost, you may have to save up your IP, which is your influence points that you earn throughout completing matches, or you can end up using RP, which is the equivalent of using real money. You can go to any, gas station like a Speedway and get one of the prepaid cards, or if you got a debit or credit card, you can buy it online that way. But everything in the game can be purchased with IP unless it's a cosmetic skin. Those have to be purchased with RP, and they don't help you or give you an edge in the game whatsoever. But of course, if you're using League of Legends 101, skin equals skills. Also, League has this new loot system to where if you craft 3 key fragments that you get from just completing matches, and you open up one of the chests they give you, if you or a teammate gets an S ranking, you actually can get a free skin, or you can even get a free freaking champion that you can actually upgrade into a permanent champion. But there's one thing that I have to warn you about. This game is a very competitive game. People are going to lose their shit when they're losing. And what I mean by that is they're either going to call you every name in the book, they're going to be toxic as shit, they're going to try in any which way to get you tilted, aka mad and pissed off, and that's just because they're just having a bad day. This literally happens almost, I would say 60% of the time, I'll say, because it usually happens most of the time. Sometimes you get games where you're doing just fine. Whenever I play with my friends, I play with a full team of 5 or maybe even just 3 people, and we're usually doing fine. But when you're in a low elo and people are struggling trying to do good, you're gonna have people who are gonna flip out. They're gonna call you all type of names and shit, then they're gonna try to get you reported, they're gonna try to get you banned, blah blah blah, all this other stuff. So I'm just warning you right now, this game is very, very competitive. If they say you suck and they tell you to uninstall the game, don't do it. Just keep playing. That's all I got to say. If you really enjoy the game and you really want to get better, keep playing. I don't care what they say. If they tell you to uninstall, they say you suck ass, they say they're gonna kill you, don't do it. Just keep playing the game. Don't uninstall that shit, because it's gonna happen. So that's League of Legends. And after everything that I've said, is this game worth your time? Is it worth the download? After all that stuff I said about you getting tilted and all that stuff, honestly, the first time I played League of Legends was back in 2013, back on my old toaster laptop the homie Jalen gave me. And I literally have been hooked ever since. Yeah, I take some breaks here and there because, sometimes too much of the same can be a bad thing. But I guarantee you, once you get good at the game, or once you learn the game down to a key, you're going to love it. You're going to have a blast with it. And it does not take much to run the game. You can literally buy you maybe like a $400, shit, maybe $300 laptop. My girlfriend recently bought a cheap laptop and she's able to even play the game. So it does not take much for you to run the game, and as soon as you get your good champion and you learn them down and you main that champion, you're gonna have a blast with it. So I definitely recommend it, and it doesn't really take up a lot of space. I think it's like 3 gigs or 4 gigs. It does not take up that much space at all. So if you would like to dabble into the world of League of Legends, go on to the website. I can link it down in the description below. Click that link, make you an account, download it onto your laptop, and join the fun. So I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. And like I said, if there's a free-to-play game you want me to review next that I've been playing or that you've been playing that I haven't tried, leave it in the comment down below, and I'll definitely get down to that. So thank you guys for tuning in. This is Quinn from DoubleEdge Games, and peace out.